Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those that have never been to my channel before, my name is Victoria DL and I'm part of the Tonic Studios design team here in the UK. So as you know, we are celebrating birthday week, and today I am sharing with you this special delivery, and as you can see, it's an absolutely spectacular post box. These remind me of little tiny post boxes that you see in the countryside, just hiding in some ivy somewhere. We have quite a few of the old ones still about here in Cheshire, but I also see that this can look very American as well. So without further ado, as you open the package, you will have full instructions as always. Tonic are very good at showing you how to put something together that's 3D. So I have my dies here and a magnetic sheet because I have been working with them, and you just require one of these main dies here for the actual bulk of the box, and you have decorative panels here. You also have some little mini decorative envelopes to put inside the box. You have a locking mechanism here. Also, you have some foliage there to decorate your box. This here is the base of your box, and this is the front of your box. So I'm just going to share with you now a couple of things that I've made, and then we'll crack on and we will put a tutorial together. So as I said, I see these in Cheshire in the countryside, and they're usually either just pressed up against the side of a house, or they're actually in some foliage, like some ivy trailing down the box. So I place this one on a stand with another box at the bottom, and the stand I placed it on is just a piece of card that is scored 1.5 inches 4 times with a glue tab, and then score it top and bottom, and then I placed it on the base of a smaller box, and the box is 5 inches, and then you're scoring it 1 inch on all 4 sides, and then obviously your lid is just a fraction bigger, but I think you all know how to make a box on your scoreboard. So that, I'm going to put it this angle because you can see it better, but I placed some little envelopes here, and then when you open the little catch here, and I'll place it down for easiness, then the door opens and you can put sweeties, little notes. This would look lovely for a wedding with little notes inside for the happy couple. There's lots of occasions that you could use this for, not just Christmas. So that's one that we've created, and we've paper pieced the panels as well, just to give it a little bit of luxury. And then when I was playing with it, I thought, well, I wonder if it will. And yes, it does. It makes a double. So where the other one is a single width, this one is a double width. And same principle, you know, how you put it together. You would just cut 2 of the main panels, and you would trim this off on one side and join the 2 together. And then when you come to do the base for the box, you'd cut 2 of these out, and you would trim a glue tab off one edge. Don't fold the other glue tab, just attach this underneath the next part of this box, and you would end up with them joined together under there. So we've done a little paper piecing here, not too much, it didn't need it, I didn't think, and lots of us like this pink and rose gold in our Christmas decorations the last couple of years, so this is why I went for this colour scheme. But the same again, you know, this little catch, it just goes inside a little, can you see that there? I wonder if the camera can pick that up. There's a little 3D lock that the little hook goes into, and then you take that out and you've got a pile of little envelopes. There's a little mini one that says hello. Let me put this down, and then little one there with a bow and a stamp on, and I've put a little mini card inside that says love and hugs. That's what's in this one, to and from, and then a little card that's got mail written on it inside there. So that's what I've created. We're going to put one together, a single one, and join me in a moment. Right, so now we're going to put one of these gorgeous mailboxes together, and you'll need to cut 3 of these out, and then you're going to cut the detail out with this die here. So let me just grab hold of the die. So you're going to place this, line it up with an even border around, and cut that out. You're going to need 1 base and 1 panel. So we're going to put the base of it together, and then we'll decorate it. So I'm doing this one out of the 300 GSM black. So there's the base, and we want to fold all these over. There we go. And then fold the other side. See, you can excuse me, you can see I've been busy crafting today. I've got glue all over me already. Busy. So you can shape this a little bit beforehand if you want to, just to give it a little bit more movement. And you can do that with your hands or your bone folder. And then what we want to do is we want to put adhesive on these panels here. And I'm only going to do a few at a time, probably 3 or 4 at a time. And then we're going to line this up and just hold it until you know the glue has grabbed. Now I like to work the other way round, so start as we mean to go on, shall we? She says to herself. There we go. You'll find a way of holding it just in the right place. This takes a little time just to get it all lined up, but it's worth taking the time obviously to get it right first time. And when you're confident that that has grabbed, then move on and do another couple of sections at a time, which is what I tend to do. So wet glue is definitely the way to go with this box, unless you prefer to use the red liner just for an instant grab in an area whilst you're holding it. So again, I'm just going to take my time. Any glue that seeps out, just wipe away. And again, I'm going to do another 3. Don't want to do too many, because if then I can't hold it, then the glue's going off before I get to it, and it's still quite, even though we've had a lot of rain, it's still really warm and humid, and your glue can set quite quickly. So again, I'm going to lean that in and just press against the top there until I know it's grabbed, and then we can work on the next section. Oh, she says, fingers and thumbs. I'm just going to bring it towards me a minute whilst I can hold it. There we go. I'm too eager, that's my trouble. Too eager to play. So you And the glue's starting to go off there now. So it's tacky, it's ready to use. And then I'm going to arc that round there and just hold it in place till I know it's grabbed. There we go. Glue's dried there. Let's try and get my finger in there to hold it. There we go. I'm going to put some down there. And there's one there. I'm going to line up that bottom edge. Hard for me to show you at the moment because I'm trying to hold it at the same time. All I will say is if you do use a lighter cardstock, it is easier to manipulate and bend. And it's starting to grab now. So there you've got the front on, and you can see it's starting to shape. You could actually bend the cardstock a little bit more before you actually glue the front on. At this point you can glue in your shelf or you can add it at the end, and I'm going to add it at the end. I think that's the way I'm going to go. So we do the same again on the back. We'll add the first 3 and we'll just hold that in place. It is easier when you're not doing it on camera because you can hold it further in towards you. I don't want to keep going off the camera so you're missing what I'm doing. It's one of those that you keep it close to you whilst you're working on it so you can see what you're doing. Get my finger under there to hold it. There we go. If I'm going quiet, guys, I'm just trying to concentrate whilst I do this bit. It's one of those, you know, those moments where you have your tongue sticking out. It's a good job you can't see me right now. You could actually make it easier on yourself, and you could wrap the tabs around a piece and then cover the tabs up with the next piece. So you could actually glue it that way, and you've got something to press against, and then you can cover those tabs up. But this is just the way I've opted for. And we're getting there now. The only thing you have to be when you're using wet adhesive is just to be a little bit patient, and always eager beaver here, wanting to crack on. So I'm going to put my hands inside just to tease anything that's not quite lined up, and to press down on those glue tabs just to make sure everything is stuck in place. And like I said before, if you'd wrap the card around, you could cover it up anyway with a second piece. Okay, so I'm now going to place this in the bottom and line it up. As I said, it's up to you what stage you put the base in. I just like to get that the right shape before I put the base in, for fear that I'll get it all squiggly diddly. And then to place that in there and place it down there. And then you can open this so you can get your fingers in, because that's just popped down a bit too far at the back. I'm just popping it up with my fingers if I've gone off screen for a minute. There we go. Because I want to put the base so it's just sitting shy of that detail there, but so that it's kind of level with the hinge of the bit that comes down the door. And then let's push that a little bit further in. There we go. And that's the bottom in. And then I'm just going to get my little eraser and get rid of that little bit of adhesive there, because we don't need to see that. There we go. Not into seeing adhesive underneath. Right, just press that down, and then that is your, let me get rid of that there because that'll drive me nuts. A bit of sticky from somewhere. And then on the back I'm going to put another piece, give it a little bit more rigidity. Place him down there. You're going to take your time at home. You're not going to be on camera. You're just going to take your time and make sure it's all lined up, etc. But there we go. So, throwing it away now. So now I'm going to decorate this with the beautiful mulberry wine papers that we have available in the 12 by 12 packs. You would have seen these this week. They're featured in the memory books. So I'm just basically going to line the outside of this box with those stunning papers because they are just too beautiful not to use. Absolutely stunning. I hope you stocked up on them because I think they're going to be very popular. So just going in until I'm happy with where it's gone. There we go. That's it. Move him across a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful papers. Absolutely stunning. Right, so there's the papers. Now we've got some papers to put on the back. There we go. Giving you a nice border around the edge there. Isn't that so pretty? Just beautiful papers. So then we're going to cover the front. We've also got this strip here. So that is going to go. And I need my tweezers. Where have they gone? Let's find those. And we'll bring that down so it's out the way. And we're going to go inside. And we're going to tuck that under this front. And have just an edge of white there, so it's not blocking the hole for the brad. Get the glue to grab there. More fingers and thumbs today, don't know why. So then that, it stops the door from being pushed straight in, so it has somewhere to lean against. So that's why that's there. Then we've got this little oval that's going to go on here. And then we have a little locking mechanism. And you'll have a little piece like that for the lock. And I have got a brad on this desk somewhere. Now I'll put it somewhere safe. I probably lost it. There we go. And then we have this little piece here, and it has some little score lines in it here and here and there and there. And you just want to bend them at those score lines on both sides. So that one and that one. And then it folds inwards and forms like a little bracket. Okay, so I'm just going to put adhesive on there and hold that down for a few seconds. And I'm actually, because it's tiny and I've got long nails that keep getting in the way that need cutting, I'm going to squeeze them together with my trusty tweezers, just like that. And when, so it'll probably be hard for you to see there on the desk, but when this goes through the loop at the top, we'll put this in place now. Just bear with. So that goes through there, and then we bend the teeth, she says. I knew it was going to be one of these fingers and thumb days. It's alright guys, I suffer with numb fingers, so I'm having a bit of a flare up because I've been crafting a lot lately. So we bring that down, and then that little arm comes down, so it needs somewhere to go into. So this is where this little bracket comes in handy, and then you have a little tiny lock here. I'll get him the right way up, and then we put that on the middle of that lock, then hold that in place whilst it's drying. And then that has some glue placed on it there. And we bring this little lock down, and we kind of guide it into the little lock, so you know roughly where to place it. I'm just going to tilt that up towards me so I can see that it's in the right place. And then I'm going to take the lock out and then hold it with my tweezers just to check that that is in place, as we don't want it to move. We bring that down again, and then we bring the lock down, and that goes in there and holds it closed. So now we're going to make one of the little envelopes, and I've gone ahead here and put love you on this one, and I've lined the back of the envelope there with the matching papers to go with the mailbox. And then here is the envelope cut, and we're going to add some pattern paper to this pretty little envelope. So which way are we going? We're going that way. So this will go on the flap, and then you have some decorative pieces for these outer pieces. So that goes on that one, like so. And we've got another piece here, and you can put little mini little cards inside these envelopes. I did that one on the mailbox earlier, didn't I? Little gift cards inside the... You could actually fold a £20 note or a £10 note up and stick it inside one of these envelopes as a gift. So then we want this larger piece here, and we've debossed this with XOXO on there. So that's going to go on the flap. That's going to go on there. Like so. And then we're going to put adhesive on this part here. And then that is going to slide over this piece here. So that becomes the front of your envelope. And just hold that in place. You can do all sorts with these little envelopes though, I'm sure. And don't forget what I said earlier about doing this in your creams and your golds, your whites and your silvers, turning it into something you would have at a wedding on the table, and each guest could write something in a little envelope. If you put a little card inside it, say this size card inside the envelope, and they could write something that how they met that couple, or just something that would make them laugh, or something that they would remember on their special day. And I think they would look lovely at weddings. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive down here at the bottom. I'm going to glue this flap up and just hold it in place. There we go. And isn't that pretty? And then for the front of the envelope, we've got "You have mail" stamped here. And that is going to go on some matching cardstock, which is Craft Perfect Classic 216 GSM. And then the envelope is actually made of the classic white 216 GSM. The slight texture on the cardstock, because you can manipulate the card with it being a little bit thinner. And there you have the larger envelope with the beautiful papers on the back. So we shall open our little lock, and we shall place this little gift card inside with the other little envelope that was made earlier. And then this tiny little envelope we've made exactly the same way as the other one, and we've got a debossed "For You," and that will go on the front of there. And you could go ahead and embellish this further. You could add some foliage and some flowers and really go to town, but that is just your basic construction there. You can use the beautiful pattern dies in the set, like we did with the red one earlier and the double one, or you can use your pattern papers, and don't they look so pretty? Absolutely stunning papers. So don't forget, if you haven't already, put some of those mulberry wine papers in your shopping cart. I would definitely, well, I would highly recommend you get them sooner rather than later, because I think they've already sold out in the USA, although I think they're going to try and get them back as soon as they can. But you never know what stock we have left here in the UK either, so I wouldn't dilly-dally if you wanted them. And no disrespect in me saying that, but you know, sometimes you do put things in a shopping cart and we wait and we wait and we wait, and then sadly we are trying to be very careful in postage, and then something sells out and then we're upset because we haven't got everything that we wanted. Understandably so. I've done it myself many times. But anyway, that is your mailbox, guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for an absolutely amazing week. I really can't thank you enough for the people that have clicked the subscribe button and followed me this week. I'm getting a bit emotional now, but like I said, I have had a break from doing filming and whatnot, and I've come back and you've all greeted me with open arms, and the response that I've had on my own page and messages in Messenger off Facebook has been absolutely fantastic. People are starting to use my links that I'm putting in the description for the affiliate, and that support means everything as well. But the comments and the getting in touch has been wonderful. So I just want to say a huge thank you, and a big round of applause to my fellow DT, because they've done an amazing job this birthday event. We've all pulled together as a team, and that's what it's all about, you know. It's the love of craft. So anyway, I'm blibbering on. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you all back again sometime very soon. I might actually put one together with the base that I showed you earlier, in case you want to make one with a stand. So I'm just going to say ta-ta for now, and I'll see you all soon. Take care, everybody, and thank you.